Okay, thank you. So I think participants are ready, and I hope they have prepared. They have, participated in many lectures delivered by four speakers, five speakers, and they have got acquainted with, the methodology of writing the proposal, and also the, funding agencies, different funding agencies that are there. Uh, I would like to just, since that day people were asking about, though you may be having that, you must have asked the other speakers also. Those participants who are PhDs and they have not completed 2 years after joining, DST has the startup grants. And then if their appointment is on this probation, then they can apply. That is one thing. And also DST has that anybody can apply if the age has matlab, male has not crossed 35 years, and female candidate up to uh, 40 years. Also the reserve category candidates can avail that exemption of 5 years. So, and but in it is not that any time during the year these schemes are available. DST advertise well in advance on their website, and one has to take a note of that, notice of that, and one can send application online. So this is the information just I wanted to give. And another thing is, like, if you just go for Google search, you will get lot of you know schemes available by certain ministries like Department of Electronics, Department of Communication, Information Technology, particularly for IT people and maybe engineering disciplines. There are many schemes that one can get information just from by clicking on Google, by giving that the schemes that are the funding that are available for doing research in engineering sciences or engineering and science and engineering technology. So this is all. Now I uh, invite those who have prepared, they can start making presentations. Or if you have any question, you can ask in the beginning.
I request participants, you can take your Word file from the folder and share it with sir if you want that. If you want me to share, I can do the same.
Namrata, you start.
Yeah. I hope my screen is visible now.
Yeah.
So, sir, these are the project ideas uploaded. One has been uploaded by Dr. Archana. I hope Archana ma'am is there in the meeting. Archana ma'am, are you there?
Hello.
Yes.
Hello. This is Sujata Deshmukh. I would like to present first because I have to attend meeting afterwards.
Yeah, ma'am, we'll be very grateful to you. I'll take your slide first.
Okay.
Ma'am, have you uploaded in the folder?
Yeah. Sujata
Okay.
Deshmukh. Okay.
Ma'am, I'll show yours first. Thank you for bringing it to my notice. Sir, here is, sir, are you able to see?
Yeah. I can see.
Sir, this is just rough idea.
Okay.
Okay, so title of my project is Design and Development of Smart Agro Solution for Indian Farmer using Sensor Technology and AI Technology. So the main objective of this project is to design and develop a complete soil analyzer or tester, which is a cost effective and solar energy based. So this is our idea. And then we want to connect this solar tester with internet and with internet connectivity to send the result with the server and provide the nutrient suggestions. And as per the nutrient suggestion, it will suggest which plant to grow in that particular soil. Yeah, plants to go required for the tested soil. And according to that, matlab, what type of plants they can grow after testing the soil, and what type of diseases may be there for the plants. Okay, so the full help we want to give to the farmer. So this is my idea, and with that again we want to solve the farmer's query using chatbot like this. So I am just thinking about this type of project. So I have not done much literature review for this particular project. Only I have just seen the what are the testers available in the market. So but whatever testers are available, their cost is very high. Okay, so here we want to just develop a cost effective and with that solar energy based tester. And nowadays what happens for when farmer wants to do a soil testing, so they need to send that to a soil tester lab, and it will take lots of time to test and get report. So here we want to work, so we want to just eliminate the time delay by connecting that soil tester with internet and other things. So what is my idea? Ki farmer will give the request, and according to that, the company which having this soil tester, so they will go and collect the samples from the farmer's field. Yeah, farmer can send the soil samples to the company. They will after that they will do the analysis, and instantly they can send a report to the farmer using mobile enabled application like this. And with that with the soil testing report, again they can send which type of plants they can grow by taking the inputs from the farmer about the environment, about the region and other things. So this is the overall idea, sir.
No, this is your idea, but how you are going to do it? Because soil testers are available. Now
Yeah,
you
test.
want to integrate whether those sensors which are already there, you want to
Yeah.
integrate with your say solar, say powered some power output.
Solar power based thing that we want to introduce with the with the existing soil tester, and with that again we want to connect that with the internet and server so that they can send the data directly to the server, and based on that,
That,
so on server
that's
side
fine.
there will yeah.
Yeah, that's you told. You see, but how you are going to integrate that? Suppose nowadays let us say potassium NPK, let us say
NP
sodium,
yeah.
potassium, phosphorus, etc. Are certain fertilizers and many factors are there, even moisture also. So soil testing involves a lot of things and many devices are there. First thing is chemically one can test, and then there one has to prepare the solution and then put the sensor there, and
Yeah.
normally output it. That's what my knowledge goes. How you are going to integrate this? How are you going to automate? But your main aim is to automate this.
Yeah. Main aim is to automate with the software. So, matlab, that part I have not explored. Just now I have prepared this after your lecture, sir.
Okay.
So,
So then
so
once you
this
have
is
got
just
this,
my idea, and according to that, I have just given the thing. Matlab, according to that, I have just written the what will be the significance and other things.
no, first thing what you have to do is you have to visit literature and see whether this kind of integration has already been done by someone anywhere in the world. That you can find out. So unless if it is not there, then it will be a very noble idea. And then how you are going to carry out, that is the main thing.
Yes, sir.
Idea can be anything, that's fine. But now you are going to collect literature on that.
Yeah.
What kind of sensors are available and how they can be integrated. Because mostly, if the sensor are two types, my knowledge goes right, then optical sensors are there and electrochemical sensors are there.
Yeah,
I
PS
think
sensor.
yes. So these are the
I
electrochemical
have
sensors.
collected within these 2 days. So Raspberry Pi is required. Then panels for metal for
Yeah.
testing the different types of soil. Then
Yeah, that's right.
soil.
But I got your
Yeah,
idea.
much.
Uh,
Yeah.
I am telling you now how this suppose this is my, you can see my picture. This is my sensor, let us say pH sensor.
Yes.
So I can automate that. The thing, I mean, devices are available where the sample can be automatically collected, and water can be added, and the emulsion can be prepared, and many a times say pH that electrode will be put there,
Uh-huh.
and then you can power somewhere. I mean, power will come from somewhere to that instrument that is called potentiometer, and then signal can be processed. So that is there.
Using
So
IoT sensors and the Raspberry Pi, we are just planning to do it. But yeah, so first we need to do the survey for the sensors, which are the cost effective and the good sensors for this. So that
yeah.
part is not done yet because we have just started before a day sir, after your lecture.
Okay. Okay,
Yeah,
okay. So you see, this idea is very good,
yeah.
but only thing is you have to collect a lot of information, and information is available, but integration I have no idea how automatically automated.
Yeah.
Because automation is
Raspberry Pi
available.
we can connect with internet and with the server. So that part, we are aware about that, sir. Only the what type of sensors are required, na? So that study we need to do it.
Okay.
Huh. Madam, can you just go down? Yeah, literature survey is not done, but expected outcome and just I have tried to write something as per my idea.
AICT का नहीं शांत कच्ची कॉलेज
Hello?
Just go slightly up, that is the
उन लोग
method.
क्या है हमारा
Methodology.
जो आइडिया है वो आइडिया उनको देना है दे विल टेल अस हाउ टू राइट अ प्रपोजल ऐसे बट
Okay.
सुबह का लेक्चर अटेंड करके समझ में आया कि डीएसटी वाला मिलेगा ही नहीं
No, for beginners, I mean, smaller projects can be submitted. So
Okay.
there are very, but that is anyway. That lecture. So methodology means what you have said: farmer portal
Portal
registration,
registration using mobile device.
soil analysis. Okay, plant disease prediction, yield prediction. No, this is not the actual methodology. Actually, you have to write how it will be carried out. That is okay.
Yeah.
These are the general points. Based on that, how this prediction will be based on what? That becomes methodology. So that you have to write
So
that.
prediction based on the data sets available for the plant disease and all that. What type of diseases they may face for a particular, suppose
That is
according
okay.
to
See,
yeah.
prediction we cannot make just by thinking that okay, this will be done then. How actually we are going to do it? So you will have to be highly specific. Like first thing is the what are you going to monitor? So you can list down certain maybe
Yes.
elements or compounds, maybe pesticides or whatever it is, or moisture or acidity or pH of the soil, and then how you are going to what kind of sensor you are going to use, and how you plan to integrate. That will be in general. That will come the last. So
Okay.
all this has to be elaborated. Like in methodology, this prediction words should not come. Always keep in mind.
Okay. And some part of budget I have just prepared, sir. If you
Okay.
just I want to present. Can I present, madam?
Yeah, sure, sure.
Hello.
Yes.
Can I present
Yeah.
my screen?
Yes. Acha, you are asking.
Yes,
Yeah,
ma'am,
that option
definitely,
is not
definitely.
available with me, sir.
Ma'am, we'll make the arrangement. Just give us 1
Okay,
minute.
okay.
Shubham, please do the needful.
So I'm from a computer engineering background. So just I have thought ki IoT based thing and like deep learning and AI technology I will connect, and using that I will make my product like this. So this is the rough idea.
Vivek and
No,
Shubham,
that's
can you
very
give
good.
participants access?
Yes, ma'am.
Give all participants the access to display their screen. Do that for Sujata madam first.
Yeah, sure, ma'am.
Sujata,
Yes, sir.
have you done research before? Are you PhD?
Yeah, sir. I have
Yeah.
recently I have completed my PhD.
Which area you have worked?
E-commerce and mobile commerce using machine learning algorithms.
Okay,
So in my
machine
research, I have
learning.
tried to explore the factors which can make e-commerce and mobile commerce ubiquitous and pervasive to improve the productivity in India.
Okay, so you can explore a lot of schemes. And this is also a very good scheme.
Yeah,
And
that's what I thought ki, like farmer need to send that soil sample to the soil lab, and very few labs are there na, in India. So it takes
yeah,
lots of time to get the report, and during that time again season changes and they are not able to grow the proper plants in their land. Okay,
yeah,
so lots of information is available with different agriculture universities and all that. So I thought why not to connect, matlab, just to provide application like mediator which can solve the problem of farmers and can send the information of this agriculture universities to the farmer using mobile app. So nowadays mobile is everywhere, na? And
yeah.
Sujata
like
madam.
Swiggy like think we can just collect the sample and give to the
Sujata,
soil tester
Sujata
lab. They
madam.
will test and give the give the
Ma'am,
reports to the farmer.
you have been given the rights, ma'am.
I'm just trying to present. Enter full screen. No?
Yes, ma'am.
Hello. Yeah. Hello, I'm not able to present. So my data is there in this Word file. So are you able to
Ma'am,
see this?
sorry to interrupt, ma'am.
Huh?
Just a second. I will make you presenters so that
Uh,
you can present.
yeah, Vivek, she is a presenter. Ma'am, you are already a presenter, ma'am.
Okay. So here I'm getting different options.
Yeah, so if you want, you can share your entire screen or you can share a window, just your Word file.
Okay. Open shared train, na? That button I have clicked.
Yes. Yes, ma'am.
Then desktop window it is showing. So
Yeah,
now
ma'am.
are you able to see my Word document? 1 minute. Huh? Yeah. So can you see my screen, sir?
Yeah.
My screen is visible. Huh? So here just roughly I have just calculated some components and quantity and price like this. Raspberry Pi, then module L293,
You are asking
PS
for this
sensor.
141, 177 like that rupees.
Yeah. PS
This
sensor
one,
cost. Uh, just I did a little bit market survey, and all these prices are from Amazon and other sites.
No, that's fine. I'm not asking about that. I am saying that this 177, 141, 750 and all that, what you do, you can, club it. Okay, like accessories, they are written as
Okay.
accessories.
Okay,
Word is
okay,
used.
accessories.
And
Okay.
accessory,
1 minute.
let's say you
Let me
ask
look.
for 10,000. Yeah.
Yeah, accessories. Okay, okay.
Yeah. So, you ask for the major ones. Major,
Okay. Major one is this one. I want like Google Cloud TPU server. We want to process this data.
yeah.
And just to make sensor around 10,000, 10 to 50. Like hardware cost around for the sensor is 30,345 after connecting all the components.
No, you see,
And then
you
we
have
will,
to prepare, just listen to me. You have to prepare, two tables. One is the
okay,
main principal table,
okay,
and where
principal.
you will be just giving in 2-3 sections. Okay. So under the equipment section, you will give like, your this 3.94 lakhs. And then this also you can say that Google Cloud GPU. This one is 1 point, let's say 2. So this is to be given approximately, not like this one. So here you can say 3.95. Here you can say 3.2, 1.20, something like that. Then all other things where there are major, and depending on the nature of things, mostly there you will find on funding agencies, in pro forma of the funding agency, you will find contingency grant, and then you will find the accessories. Sometimes they write accessories, or under that instrument itself you can put their accessories for these things. So you just write accessories and put there, let's say 50,000, and then underneath, or there will be another table for accessories. What are the breakup of that? There you can give this better breakup. So you have to prepare two tables mostly. Most of the funding agencies are like that. That I think you will come to know once you go to the funding agency site and download their pro forma. So that is okay.
Okay.
That is okay.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah. So wish you all the best.
Just
Then
rough idea.
it's a good idea, but to try to execute it. Yeah, by doing some literature first. Yeah.
So can you share your number if further help is required, so that we can, your email address.
Yeah, email address you can collect from Dr. Namita.
Okay,
Or
yes.
Dr. Asha, anyone.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
I request all the participants, please add your budget in the same document so that we need not display documents at the same time. All of you have the running access of your documents proposal through the folder. Okay.
Okay. Okay. Thank you, madam. Thank you, organizer.
So Shubham or Vivek, who's demonstrating now? Other proposals?
Ma'am, I will be doing it.
Okay, great. Please start.
Yes, ma'am. Just a second. It's loading. Is my screen visible, ma'am?
Yes, it's coming.
So, ma'am, we will start with the first document itself. That is Vinuta, ma'am.
Okay. Vinuta, ma'am, are you there in the meeting? Please ensure that the person is there in the meeting.
Okay,
ma'am. Yes, Namrata, I am there, but I haven't put the budget yet. Somehow I haven't. But
No
I
problem,
will just share.
You can show, maybe sir will have inputs to give everywhere. Sir is so experienced, no? His one stare at our proposal will help us.
Sharing is not, okay. So far, already my document is visible. This as good afternoon, sir. So after you suggested, then we have put, I have just listed out some objectives and significance and all. As such, I'm during PhD, I'm more used to write a conference paper, as I yesterday told. So this budget part, I'm not able to chuck it out right now. Means particularly this is algorithmic, this which needs software and which can be done in Python or licensed MATLAB software, usually which will be available with students and faculties as institute licenses there with us in most of the institutes. So budget part, right now I'm not comfortable to check it out. So objectives here in this, at this stage, I have thought in mind as Hindustani music, both the instrumental, which I have worked for my PhD as sitar and sarod, and vocals, Drupad vocals right now, because in last month itself I could give my defense, and still the things, those are fresh, that only I have thought and put this proposal. So to separate the lead instrument. Hello,
one
sir.
question. You did
Yeah.
PhD in music or in computer engineering, computer science?
That is actually analysis of music. It is not the music field, from the engineering field in IIT Bombay electrical department. So electrical engineering department, but the application is for music domain. So
okay, fine. Yeah, go ahead.
So, to separate the lead instrument and the percussive, that is tabla, or these two instruments we have to separate, and then evaluate the separation separately, their onset detection, and then arrive at the structural description of the both the sources, so as to get the complete description of the audio in hand. Usually Hindustani music concert is 30 minutes to 40 minutes, almost 1 hour long. So the processing power will be more. So in IIT, we were using, the students were using the GPU there. So that will be one cost. After seeing Sujata madam's, then I felt that that can be one cost, because here our students, if at all they have to run, they have to access the Google Cloud. So in budget, that is one probable thing which we can put, I felt. And other thing, literature, right now, whatever the information I have is, I have just listed out. It has to be done little bit in depth for this task. So by keeping the present thing also in mind. And then for methodology, both the signal processing way and the machine learning way, little bit we have already tried in our publications, which we wanted to extend, which is pending, so or which can be extended, that I thought. So, but timeline depending on number of students, one or two groups, if they can be ready. Preferably, if at all somebody who is having music knowledge, that will be better. But otherwise also they can work on, if they know Python or MATLAB. So, but I haven't targeted it for the thing. So in that case, at least one BE project level, we can take it up to, or if we can go up to depth, we can go little bit more. These two parts, means timeline and budget, still I haven't thought yet. I need your guidance in that.
Okay. So this, I mean, signal processing is already there, the hot field, and machine learning is the, last few years you may be knowing better. I find people are using. So this one, the project is very good, and one good thing is that you have already worked in the related area, and you have published papers also, as you said. So since this is your first project, and you can try, and you can extend this work also by bringing in something new, that you want to probe certain things new, and you have very good defense that you have worked in this particular area, and you have got exposure to all these techniques and machine learning approach, and signal processing, etc. So this is quite good project. But and yesterday I think you only asked that where you can submit. So you go to computer engineering, there are signal processing, computer engineering, etc. you will find even in DST as well as CSIR also, you will find.
Okay.
And of course, the multi-dimensional project, this sometimes UGC, ICSSR, and many other organizations. You see it comes under interdisciplinary subject.
Okay. Okay, sir.
So you look for the interdisciplinary and schemes are related to maybe social science. You can put like music and computer application in music. That is computer. Signal processing and machine learning approach in music. This area.
Okay.
So
Definitely.
yeah.
Sir, in
And
budget,
definitely,
we think we can include, if at all we have to buy some CDs, music CDs, because copyright issues will come if at all we directly use from YouTube and all. So that we can put in budget because cost wise means otherwise to show, and some audio annotation, whatever students are doing, and if at all we submit it for any conference or something. So that registration and annotation, for annotation we can give stipend or honorarium, whether we can show this way.
yeah, you can show. You want to, some student also work for you?
Not yet. Just this is just a rough plan only. I haven't yet
No,
taken anything.
you can say the technical manpower or something like that.
Okay.
One is the research scholars provided, of course, if you are registered or you are planning to register a student. Otherwise, manpower is always there. So manpower not in terms of the student for PhD or say MS or so, but manpower for technical assistance.
Yeah.
Okay. So then you can ask for that, and that head is allowed. And then whatever you want to procure in a legal way through institution, that is always possible. So you can ask money for that also.
Okay.
And always put everyone should put money under contingency. Contingency is a grant where if later on if you want something which you have not put in the project, that can come under contingency. So anything which is required in the implementation of proposal, one can ask under this contingency. So contingency grant, say 50,000. 20,000, 1 lakh, depending on the nature of the project and what is the total grant that you have asked for. So accordingly, one can put there contingency also grant, which is normally it is written that it will be used for, let's say, some not very expensive software. Software comes under instrumental category, though it is not instrument, but instrument A and instrument B, those two different parts are there. And in this case, one can you can put say accessories if you want some other things, like as you said that some CDs etc. which are required. So all these things can be put under the accessories also. And certain things are under contingency you can put. Normally contingencies people ask for say let's say this what we call stationery, then a printer etc. and other things like cartridge, all these things. But some things which are not, as I told you, not covered anywhere, it can come under contingency. So good. Hello? Hello?
Yes. Can we start with the next idea?
Yeah. You can.
Okay, sir.
Thank you so much, sir, for your very good inputs. Yes, definitely I will look into this and try to make it feasible if I can get proper
Definitely.
group.
It is a good project. So wish you all the best.
Thank you, sir.
Next, we have Sonali ma'am. Sonali ma'am, are you present here?
Hello, am I audible?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
Yes.
Please wait a minute. Actually, one more session is going on parallelly. Uh, so please give me just 2 minutes. Can we take some other participant in between?
Other idea.
And after that, I'll take mine.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am. Sure. We will do that. Ma'am, Smita Srivastava ma'am is present here. Hello, Smita ma'am. I think she's not there.
Hello, Vivek. I'm ready.
Do you have Sarika ma'am?
Hello.
Uh,
Am I audible?
okay, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. You are audible. You are audible. Uh,
Hello.
it's Smita ma'am, right?
Hello.
Just a second. Okay. Uh, Ma'am, just give me a minute. I am having some network issue. Is it Sonali ma'am? Hello.
Hello. Am I audible now?
Yes.
Yeah.
Hello.
Yes. You are
Yeah.
audible. Yes.
Sir, my project is related to mosquito breeding site detection. This project is using IoT and machine learning algorithm. So for this project, I have prepared one document. Now the document which you are seeing there, I have given rough idea, but budget and other constraints I have in other document. So can I share my screen?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is visible.
My table is visible. Hello.
It was visible. Now it is not. It was
Okay.
earlier.
Okay. I'll share it. Is the screen visible now? Hello.
Yeah, it's visible.
Yeah. Yes, ma'am.
Take it up. Actually.
Yeah.
It is.
Yes, sir. Sir, here I have written objectives. So total 3 objectives I have taken. First one is identifying mosquito breeding sites in dim light and partially hidden areas. Then identifying larvae present in water, and after that communicating location of hotspot. So basically, this project is different from other existing technologies because here we are concentrating on water part and not on the container type. So regarding this thing, I have done literature survey also. So for literature survey, I have created this table in which I have given reference of all the papers which have worked on the mosquito breeding site detection technology. So here I have listed drawbacks also related to those technologies. Like in some of the cases, they are not able to identify all the locations properly. And in some cases, there are drawbacks related to technology, like air pressure and other types of parameters are not considered properly. So those are the drawbacks related to their technology. And here in my project, I am planning to identify all the mosquito breeding sites which are in community areas. So basically for urban areas, there are no such kind of mechanism available presently. So that's why this project will be different from the other existing technologies.
Okay.
So now here I have given this complete table with the algorithms which they have used as well as their drawbacks. So these are the two main things which are related to the existing things. And apart from that, here I have created one more table which is related to budget. So I have listed out a few accessories which are related to my project with amount and quantity required, like sensors, then flight controller and other things, because this project will be based on UAV. So what all sensors and other electrical components required. So all those things I have listed over here, but then I have not written the total amount required. So it will be around 3 to 4 lakhs.
Okay, so what is major there? Major requirement. These are all like few thousands and all that.
Yeah.
So you can club,
So
depending on the nature, their nature you can club. Okay,
Okay.
like certain controllers you can speed controller, flight, and radio controller, something like. All these
Yeah.
you can club. And means one category. You can prepare 2-3 categories and put lump sum budget there, and then
Okay.
breakup you can give in some other table. Just go up,
Okay.
where you have written the literature.
Yeah.
See, mostly literature is to be given in running text form.
Okay.
Okay, unless it is very essential. So the same thing you can put paragraph wise.
Yeah. Okay,
Okay,
sir. I have
like
listed
you
just
can,
points. Yeah.
yeah. So maybe sometimes author's name, sometimes just this has been reported. You can say that such and such thing
Yeah. Okay,
have
sir.
been reported. Yeah, and you can give the references there, and references put at the end of the that proposal.
Yeah.
References are
Yes, sir.
there,
Yes. Yes.
and then when you talk about this, all this, like this is reported there, that is reported there, and then
Yes.
then 1 or 2 para you write that these things are have been reported, but in many there are many drawbacks, or maybe shortcomings, or maybe they lack in certain information, something like that, and then you can elaborate there, and then based on that argument you can build up your idea that what you want to do.
Okay.
Okay, so it should be, that is called critical literature write up. So critical literature writer means you are combining. Many times you find that maybe more than 1 or 2 or 3 papers are similar in nature.
Yes.
Only thing, certain system has changed, maybe certain parameters they have changed. So those are to be combined and written together. It is
Okay.
not actually that suppose one paper is 2007, the other one is 2000, let's say 10. So you can combine both if they are the similar paper.
Okay, sir.
That this is reporter, however somebody has reported such and such thing, and you can couple that way also, and then depending on the alphabetical order of the author, you can put them in the form of references. References pattern you will come to know from the agency's requirement, funding agency's requirement,
Okay, sir.
the way they ask for. So unless very essential, certain thing critical, or if you are giving in tabulated form, then also you have to explain it in the table in the text form.
Yes. Yes, sir. Okay, sir.
It is always to start with the text form, and then something is required. You can give a table, and then you can discuss there.
Okay, sir.
This is given.
Sir, one more thing I would like to ask. It is regarding methodology. So, sir, in methodology, here I have created. Please hold on. I'll go to specific page. Sir, would you please tell? Here I have included phase 1, phase 2, and phase 3 in methodology. So I think this format is not proper. So could you
No,
please guide me regarding methodology?
this is
part?
timeline of the program. This is the what you have given is many times agencies ask that timeline for the program. So in the phase
Yes.
1, what will be the period in which you are going to complete this? So that way we have to give. And methodology means you write 1, 2, 3, 4. Methodology means how you are going to carry out. For example, you have written a study of object detection techniques based on UAV.
Yes.
So how are you going to do this?
Okay.
That is, this becomes your main aim to determine. for particular this phase. So you
Okay.
can say that this may be a title, but you can give under this that how
Specific
it should
algorithm. Yeah, a specific
yeah.
algorithm which will be used. Okay.
Specific
Okay.
algorithm, yeah, some algorithm is known for that, you can use that, or
Okay,
you
sir.
want to develop some algorithm will be developed, something like that you have to give.
Okay, sir.
So it should not be just that it will be done, this study will be done. How a
Okay.
study is done, methodology.
Okay, sir. So regarding everything, whenever we are specifying, then we have to be very specific about the technology or algorithm which we are going to utilize.
Absolutely. And if
Okay.
you are not certain, then you can say that it will be developed. You say
Okay.
that it will be developed, and always make sure that you are thinking that it will work. That is
Okay.
understood that whether it will work or not. But you can
Okay.
say that some methodology or algorithm are similar to that is going to be developed, or some software will be developed based on this. You can put there the language in which it will be developed. Suppose you are developing software. That way it goes. It has to be liquid. I mean, like person has thought over it, how the person will work. It works or not, that's another thing, but that has to be given with literature support.
Okay.
Right.
Okay, sir.
So
Yeah.
wherever literature is available, you give that similar way it can be done. If it is completely new idea, then you have some certain logic why you have thought over it, that should be written.
Okay, sir. Thank you so much, sir, for your valuable suggestions. Accordingly, I'll modify my draft, sir. Thank you.
All the best.
Thank you, sir.
Can we share the next idea, sir? Smita ma'am.
Yes. Am I audible?
Yes.
Yeah.
Sir, I'm Smita Srivastav. I'm just want to know how to write the project on the sustainable energy, because this is the new topic for me, and I'm just going to literature survey for this this specific topic, and I want to use this energy for cleaning of the environment. And basically I have done my research 20 years back in the field of mechanoluminescence. So can I correlate it with the with my field, or actually this is a new field for me? So nowadays I am surveying the literature regarding to my topic.
Sustainable energy is a vast area.
Vast area actually.
And you will have to focus on a particular, like for example, what kind of resources you will use for producing the energy.
Okay.
Okay. So it is different kinds. I'm not going to detail of that because you may be knowing you have done the literature. So you have to focus first what kind of system that you are going to use for producing the energy.
Okay.
And in what form. Okay. So this, for example, heat energy, electrical energy, something like that. So you have to focus attention to that.
Okay.
And then it is not necessary because you have worked in, you said luminescence.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Luminescence spectroscopy for what? For
Cold and this is for the mechanoluminescence.
Okay. Okay. So I don't think that can be easily correlated here.
Yes, yes, sir.
It's the sustainable energy that you are talking about for cleaning environment. So you find out from literature the area in which you are interested in, and see, sustainable energy depends on many things.
Yes,
say, for example, certain solvents are there. You take certain biomass is there that
yes,
that
biomass energy, ocean energy, wind energy, and solar energy.
Yeah, so you focus on that, and which one first you narrow down to that, what you are going to use. You cannot take all of them.
Okay.
And then once you narrow down to that, so you just, since you are a beginner in this area,
Yes,
so you
sir.
find out the area of your interest, and then do extensive literature on that. And then you see what you can do further
Yes.
in that. Okay.
Okay.
So say if I ask you the literature, what exactly what you have looked for?
Actually, I have gone through some review papers, okay, and articles, because this is very new for me. So that first I go to the different articles, then for the papers, and after that I thought that first I write one review paper on a specific topic, and then we go to the project.
Yeah, that should be the correct approach.
Oh.
What you can do, you can even if reviewing is there, review given in a particular area, they give it very short. Such and such things are reported and all that. So what you can do, you sort out, say, let's say 10 papers of your interest.
Yes, sir.
And you take those 10 papers and you write a critical review. What is what you feel like it should have been done in some other way, or what is lacking there, and what is unnecessary, what data is produced there which is of no use. So these things you can jot down and you can put in words, so that becomes critical review. Once you have prepared the critical review, after referring few journals, then you will get idea what exactly you have to do. Then you can prepare your project.
Okay, thank you, sir, for your suggestion.
Okay.
Okay.
All the best.
Thank you, sir.
Next, do we have Sarika ma'am here right now?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, you can start now.
Yes, sir. Sir, my project is IoT-based PC care system. So objective is to monitor the quality of water for fish farming to increase the production as well as the quality of fishes. So what is the significant? Due to the IoT-based system, water quality monitoring can be done anywhere from the world. I mean, we can keep a track of the quality of water which is feasible or which is comfortable for the fish breeding and all. So literature review I have done for this and get to know few sensor systems are available, but the IoT based project is not system was not implemented in their projects. Even the underwater monitoring, we are proposing to connect the camera. So to observe the underwater, activity monitoring.
Okay.
So methodology, how we can make the system that is interfacing pH sensor, turbidity sensor, temperature, camera module to the node MCU, because that is the Wi-Fi module which enables us to make the system IoT based, and then sending the real-time data on the Blink app of the farmer, which is on the phone. So expected outcome of this thing is increase in the production and quality of fishes due to the real-time monitoring of quality water, that is water quality, and displaying on the Blink app. So that that means the water quality quality monitoring, that is the parameters which are good for the breeding and the health of fishes, can be easily monitored by the farmers. So as per the readings of those sensors, so the farmers can take a necessary action regarding changing the water or purifying the water, shifting the fishes from one tank to another, and all this.
Okay.
I mean, they can be used for their for good business. They can increase the income by installing this kind of system in their fish farms.
Okay. So how do you think that you are going to make it? Suppose you have got this turbidity meter, temperature sensor, and all these things. This IoT, how you are going to make them? Make the system whole.
Yes, this one microcontroller, we are connecting all these sensors to one microcontroller, and via microcontroller we are sending the data which is fetched by the microcontroller to the cloud.
Okay. You see, have you done literature in this area?
Yes, sir.
So you must have come to know that you see water quality monitoring systems are available in the market.
Yes, sir.
And I had seen one once, that can lower the, go on lowering it. It records the depth also, and it records the salinity, it records pH, it records many parameters. It records the temperature also, and everything is stored in a something like microprocessor based.
Yes, sir.
And that one was taken and it was hooked to let's say a computer, and then you access that. So this much I have seen, and I have inquired about it. But other things, you have to specify how you are going to do, because these are technology that are available already. Quality monitoring.
Yes, sir.
But if it is the process in that way, where easily it can be accessible and can be sent to others and all that, then it's good.
Yes, sir.
So you do literature and then find out what are things that are reported and what new thing you are going to do, and how you are going to do. Always keep in mind that is the main thing that one has to run. One thing is your object based on what you are proposing and how you are going to carry out. So the methodology in very short, that should be given, not in very much detail, but it should be short so that the person working in the field can understand. It is not for the purpose.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah. Anything else you want to say?
No, sir.
You didn't find any sensor so far based on this IoT based system?
Sir, we got the sensors, the turbidity sensor, pH sensor, and temperature sensor, and even the camera module.
Okay.
Yeah, we got this sensor, sir.
These are integrated sensors? Or these are integrated ones?
No, sir. These are separate ones. So separately, we have to interface with the microcontroller.
Okay.
Yeah, but only two microcontrollers we will be needing. One, the Node MCU, which will be used for the IoT base, that means to send the data on the cloud. And second will be with the Arduino or Raspberry Pi.
Okay.
But we found, sir, pH sensors are very costly.
Costly?
Yes,
what is the cost?
It is around, and one more sensor we were looking for, that is ammonia sensor. Because for water quality monitoring, the content of the ammonia also is very important. But those ammonia sensors cost around 10,000 plus.
Ammonia sensors are cost somewhat expensive, but pH sensors are not that expensive. It depends on what quality and how. But you find many sensors integrated into. I mean, there will be one box in which, you know, several sensors will be there.
Yes, sir.
And
We found that
channels
also.
are, yeah,
Yes, sir.
channels are there.
Yeah, we found that also. But sir, that cost is very high. I mean, integrated sensor ka. It was around, that is 30 to 40,000, all integrated sensors.
But you know, to begin with, I think if you are writing a proposal, you can ask for at least for the basic parameters that are there. So you don't have to develop the method and all, and straight away you can enter into your project, because these sensors most of the sensors are commercially available these days.
Yes, yes, sir.
And whatever integrated sensors are there, that also you can procure. You can ask in the, you know, proposal.
Yes, sir. Sir, we have added few more features into it. I mean, we thought of adding more features into it to make the system kind of a boat, which can, I mean, along with monitoring the quality of water, we can fix one feeder also to feed the fish.
Okay.
And also to collect the garbage from the fish pond or the fish farm. Because collection of garbage is also very important, sir.
Yeah.
So we have thought of it.
So if you are thinking that way, then it will be better if you go for individual sensors, so that you can integrate them as per your requirement.
Yes, sir.
The way you want to integrate them. So you have worked in this area earlier?
Sorry, sir.
Have you worked in this area earlier?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Acha. Then good.
Yeah,
These are some of the things are available, but betterment is always there, and
yes,
you know,
sir. Yes, sir.
user friendly. We need these days many things user friendly, so that you know, at one click people get information. So
yes, sir.
That should be the approach.
Yes, sir. So trying to add as per the students and other faculty members' suggestion, we are trying to add more and more features into it to the basic system. So just trying to make one GPS based boat.
Okay.
So that once you fix the route into it, so that boat can go as per the route and just collect the garbage and feed the fish into the water bodies.
Okay.
Everything
Good
is
idea.
in pipeline, sir. Just trying to figure out how we can do it.
Okay. Okay. Good. You have prepared this, you know, budget and all?
Partially, sir. Partially, I have prepared the budget.
How much actually the total amount you are aiming?
The total amount is going around 60 to 70 because I have kept 20,000 for contingency. If we have to like test our product on some farms and all, so we have to like visit the farms, give the system on the trial basis to those farmers. So we have kept that those money for, travel, then visit to the farms and all. So 20,000.
It will be a minor project.
Yes, sir. It will be a minor project. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It will be a minor project.
Okay, good. But you can start with minor and then automatically major will.
Yes, sir. Yes. Yes, yes. So it will be a learning experience for us also.
Sure. Yeah.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
Yeah. All the best.
Thank you, ma'am. Sir, can we go with the next idea now?
Yeah. Sure.
So, Neelam, ma'am, are you there?
Hello.
Yes.
Am I audible?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
Good afternoon, sir. Neelam Jagtap here. Sir, this is just an idea which I have put forward after doing some literature survey. I'm interested in doing work like producing some protective coating which will be self-healing on metallic and non-metallic surfaces to prevent their corrosion. And it should be I want to produce that protective coating from some vegetable oils. So presently I'm in process of doing literature survey for this particular idea.
Okay. So what are main objectives you have jotted down?
My objective is to prevent metals and non-metallic surfaces from corrosion, use of renewable resources for preparing these protective coatings. And these protective coatings, if they are broken, they should be during operative conditions, like if they are in the process of operation, maybe on the machinery as a machinery part or some surfaces where they are being used. If by chance they get teared off, they should be able to reform again and protect that surface from corrosion. And I wish to avoid use of some petroleum-based substances for raw materials, other raw materials, because materials we are using, they are epoxy-based or polyurethanes or aluminum polymers which are being used. Basically, the epoxy resins are being used. So, and they should be stable enough at even operating conditions, maybe a bit higher temperatures. This is just an idea, sir. I have no exact finding like whether it exists like this or not.
So did you do some literature? What kind of coating material will be there? What I mean, you are targeting with by taking some vegetable oil, no?
Yes, sir.
How you are going to form the coating?
Usually, yeah, it will be basically a polymerization process. Using certain catalysts.
Polymerization chemically or by some other means?
Obviously, it will be some chemical means. I've not done too much of literature search on this, honestly speaking.
Okay. So actually, that once you take this vegetable oil,
yes,
then certain component you will be targeting. Either certain component is going to get polymerized, or you may add something there, and you have to add certain oxidizing agent.
Yes,
so that
oxidizing agents will be added.
That that polymerization is started in between.
To initiate the polymerization and form a stable coating on the surface. And it should be some catalyst along that even if it it could be a lubricant along with, as we are using lubricants as well in certain operating machines, so it can be added as an additive in a smaller proportion so that it if the coating material gets weared off, it should be reformed again. That is what I think it should be.
Okay. So this is the literature that you have given. That is the science.
I've just gone through these two papers, not in detail, but some superficially, and I have got an idea about this.
Actually, this is the, I mean, here also you will find a lot of literature of this coating metals and non-metals.
Yes, sir.
Metallic coatings. And then since you are talking about the vegetable oils, that area if you look for, so you will find some papers, of course, and you have to do extensive literature because a lot of people worldwide are working in the coating of metals, non-metals. These days, in fact, of course, polymer, that's good, but nanomaterials also are people are targeting. to coat metallic surface with nanomaterial for certain added advantages. Sometimes you find, hybrid coating is done. That is, polymer will be embedded with nano particles, and then it will be coated on the surface of metal. Then for different applications, it depends on what kind of application you have in mind. So that way it can. So you have to do extensive literature in this.
Yes, sir.
And one of the ways is like you find some recent paper and go to the cross references. There also you may find different papers. In the introduction section, normally we find that somewhat critical assessment is there. So such and such paper deals with this and that paper deals with that and all that. So that you will find. You can,
yes.
Preferring certain papers you can come across, or the other way is to systematically do year-wise literature. There are many ways to do literature. You have done PhD, no?
No, sir. No, sir. No, sir. I have not done PhD.
Okay, so you have to get, exposed to how the literature survey has to be done. You can take help of some of the colleagues. There are different ways to do literature, and it has to be thoroughly done, because literature evidence is required. Unless we have good literature search, our planning is not perfect. Okay?
Yes, sure.
Anything you want to say more?
No, sir. Like, can it be? My just query is like, can it be a mini project? I mean, minor project. Like, if we wish to conduct, because I think these experiments can be carried out in the laboratory.
It can be a minor project. It can be minor project. Up to 2 lakhs, you can even the UGC. You can submit minor project. They keep on changing. It is not fixed. So it started with 70,000 way back in 30, 40 years back, and then it became 1.2, then it became 2. So that way they keep on changing depending on the funding and all. So a minor project will be better. You can.
Because after preparation, one needs to analyze and test it on the material. So that will be again involving time and effort for it, like specific kind of testings need to be done.
Yeah. So it can be done. It's a minor project. There is some noise coming from. So you prepare minor project only, and find out a suitable funding agency so that you can submit.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you, ma'am. So now can we go to next item?
Yeah, sure.
Nand Kishore sir is there? Hello. Nand Kishore sir. I think he's not there. Then we can go to next. Manisha Mane ma'am, are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay ma'am. We will present your idea.
Sir, my idea is just to, it's a rough idea only, because I have not done so many things, or research is not done, but this comes in my mind that why not to mark the attendance automatically. It can be used for any organization, or it can be used in the classes when the actual classes will be conducted, or anywhere, everywhere, in fact, we can say. Whenever human is going, that time the system should identify the person, as well as that system should mark that whether what will be the incoming time as well as the outgoing time of the person, so that monthly report can be generated, and that will be useful for any organization. This is what I feel. So based on that idea, what we thought is why not to develop a system like this. I don't know whether this idea is novel or not, but I feel someone should do this. And
how do you think that you are going to do it?
See, sir, when a person is just a second, sir. When person is walking around, that time the system sensors will be used so that it can identify human. Very first thing, depending on the number of persons, those who are coming inside any particular channel or room or any corridor, based on that counting can be done, as well as that we can put some of the cameras so that face detection can be done, and like we are doing it by we are putting some sensors so that we can identify or track the person, so that the whole idea will be like detection of the human being can be done. So something like that is my idea. It's a very rough idea, sir.
Okay, because you know this face detection system is there. Like,
yes, face detection system is there. Even person tracking systems are there. Why not to combine everything so that something can be made?
So you want to integrate these and produce something like worthwhile, so that the number of persons present in a particular room can be counted, something like that.
Yes, yes. It can be counted, or even if like a college, we are every day, we are when we are going to college, that time initially it was like we are doing biometric things, right? But nowadays, because of the pandemic, we are not using biometric machines. So that is the reason why not to have something which is a contactless, whereas it will be a secure system, which we can say.
Mm-hmm. So you could find some literature on this integration?
Sir. No, sir. It's a just idea. I have not done anything. On the first day, you told that you should have a rough idea. You can write it down. So I tried to do that. That's it, sir. I have not done any research. Even budget and all, I have not even thought of. It's an idea, but I think it can be implemented. But how it is implemented, that we need to do some research for that.
Okay. Do you have some research experience earlier?
Sir, I have. I'm doing PhD. I'm doing it in the camera processing, which we can say image processing.
Image processing.
I'm working in real-time cameras. I'm working on real-time cameras.
So you are working in that processing camera and all that. So this will be actually these sensors normally waves on the waves. I see. I was reading one article in which I could find that human aura, AURA, like so, each one of us keeps on generating certain kinds of waves. Every human
certain frequencies. Yeah.
So so a Russian scientist actually he was working with this, and of course I'm talking something related to this. So you are talking about human identification. He was working on the identification of diseases. So he and the one professor and student were working together, and they designed one machine in the lab, and then sometimes the professor used to put his thumb to record that aura, and sometimes he used to ask a student to put that, and they were analyzing and doing the things. They had standardized the equipment. So one evening, he asked the professor asked the student to put the thumb, and he found that whatever they had standardized with his thumb, that was not coming. Okay, so it didn't match. So what happened? To cut short his story, the professor went to other side and he put his thumb, and he got perfectly whatever was already recorded. So, but anyway, they were puzzled why this instrument is not giving. The student went to his room, that is, he was staying in the hostel, and the next morning he didn't come to the lab. So professor inquired and sent somebody, find out what he is doing, why he has not come. And then he found that he had very high fever. So what he concluded is because of that coming fever, coming disease, you can say his aura was disturbed. That is the wavelength of whatever that aura that was disturbed, and that's why he could not. So he is now trying to.
Okay, so this is a different.
Different. So it is not that nobody could have thought that this will go. So I am trying to encourage you, like if you are thinking this way, so that will be better. I mean, better recognition system that what we have today. But you have to build in a good theory for making a proposal, because our aim here is to, make a proposal. It may take time, but you have to read a lot of different kind of, sensing systems and face recognition, how they can be integrated. So it will be a meaningful proposal. Okay.
Okay, sir. Thank you. Thank you.
All the best.
Yeah, thank you, sir.
Thank you, ma'am. Sir, can we go to next idea?
Yeah.
Now we will go with Kanti ma'am's idea. Kanti ma'am, are you there?
Yeah, yes, I'm there. Good evening, sir. Can I start?
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Sir, actually, this I already planned for a minor research project kind of, because recently I have shifted my field to nano. Basically, I did my doctorate in theoretical nuclear physics, but now after working in an engineering college where we don't have those much of facility, I thought like we would start with something very simple. So I shifted to nano, and this is a simple minor project idea only. So here basically we are focusing on two studies which are already so much of literature thing and experimental servers have been already been carried out, but only one thing what we are going to do is we are going to take some metal oxides and we are going to try with some other different proportions so that that is not as an exact replica of what has been already done. So we actually had started with some transition metal oxides already, and it is giving good photocatalysis results also. So we thought like why not we extend this idea so that we can have a comparative study of both photocatalysis and gas sensing as well. So the basic idea of this project is to just go for some 2-3 metal oxide dopant nano composites basically, and we would try with different ratios of the dopants, and we would do the structural analysis, and we would try to find out at what proportion the application point of view, if we speak of, whether it is able to give a proper result for this gas sensing and photocatalysis.
Okay.
But to be very franker, it's not that very innovative or new, sir. The things are already existing. Since I am starting with something which is new, I just want to see whether my results are coming out correctly or not. So based on the literature survey, whatever it is already available with us, we are just trying for some other different proposition. We are not doing anything new here.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what kind of gases you are targeting?
Sorry, sir. What kind of
gases you are targeting? Like you want to sense gas, no? Metal oxide.
Yeah, yes, sir. So basically, ethanol, because those things are already readily available in the market. Ethanol sensors are there, and for kind of purification, like carbon monoxide or carbon dioxide, those kind of sensors. Because this metal oxide nano composite, I think mostly they would detect these things.
Okay. Can you go up slightly? Show me your title. Just this page only. Take it up.
Okay, okay.
Yeah. This is comparative study of photocatalysis and gas sensing of metal oxide nanocomposite.
Using?
Gas of metal oxide. You are using metal oxide nanocomposite.
Sorry,
for
sir.
gas
Yes,
sensing.
sir.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, fine. Thank you. Yeah.
And you know this photocatalysis that you are going to use for this the nanocomposites, isn't it? So yes. Basically these are all dependent on this basically adsorption of gases on the surface of metal oxide, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
So you are going to target that property.
Yes.
Okay, good. You will find a lot of literature in this area. But as you said that you want to begin a new area, so that fine, you can try. And I think, and you see, it is not that the work is saturated. You will find a lot of people working in this area, and you'll find many this review articles in chemical reviews.
Yes, sir. I'm just going through it. Even I wonder, like, the same studies have been carried out in different ways. The same, for example, like tin oxide, zinc oxide. There are so many pages which are available. Even recent papers, I can see those findings. So basically, we had started with some tin oxide composites only. So if my only concern is if I go for a project and if I go for some sort of claiming for some budget for these things, they may put a question like what is new here, what you would be able to do with this. That's why we thought like let's better go for a small MRP thing only.
Definitely. Yeah. It will be seen whether you have got, if you are going for a major project, then the persons will ask for what are the techniques, what are the methodology you are already exposed to, and what experience you have in this area. Unless it is a highly innovative project, but this kind of project you can start with the minor project in the beginning, and even you can ask smaller equipment also, probably a photocatalyzer type of, where you might be using your sunlight for this photocatalysis.
No, sir. We have our own setup where we have those lamps. Yeah. We do.
Yeah, you will have mostly normally people. Which are visible also if you have got that wavelength. And
yes,
you've got the compounder kind of.
Those things equipment wise it won't be much costly also. What we thought is like, of course, if SEMTEM, these characteristics, those things we need to give to institutions like IIT, so we have to bear those charges. And we thought like at least if it is for a 2 lakh, we can just ask for some kind of photo spectrometer and all. If you just see this entire thing, I had written some budget estimate also, but I don't know whether this photo spectrometer, those things, they would be granting for minor project. It's doubtful. It's really very doubtful.
Minor project is, this UV visible spectrophotometers are bench top model, are available because somewhat cheaper cost. Of course, if you go for very standard equipment, then it will be expensive. Otherwise, within 2 lakhs you can find one.
Yeah, but can you
show me your budgeting?
Can you please go to the budget thing, please? Sir, is it okay if I would be able to apply this for some UGC kind of? What do you feel, sir?
Yeah. UGC minor project you can apply. UGC.
Okay.
Minor project. And UGC minor project, people are not called for interviews and all. That is, committee decides. basically.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
to my knowledge, they have not yet given a budget more than 50,000, I suppose. So if I want to go for at least to some 2 lakhs, is there any other way where
UGC
I
you
can
are
apply?
UGC.
Yes, sir. This through the university, this UGC MRP, when I see the sanctioned list, I didn't find anyone having an amount sanctioned more than 50,000, sir. I think I'm not wrong.
That is decided by the university actually.
Okay.
UGC fund distributed by the university under this RUSHA program. Rashtriya Shiksha Uchchatar Abhiyan. Actually, what has happened last few years, this funding is coming not directly from UGC. UGC is giving funding to the RUSHA. RUSHA means Rashtriya Shiksha Uchchatar Abhiyan, which is headquartered in government secretariat. So I think Manisha Verma was there earlier. Now somebody else is there. So from there, they distribute money to different universities, and then university distributes. Earlier, it was up to 1.8 lakhs, this minor project. But now it is up to the university, depending on the project. There are some committee appointed by the RUSHA. They decide on behalf of course, UGC only. It's UGC money. So anyway, you can check that because these things are keep on changing. So you can find out whatever is available. 50,000, 25,000 is too low for any project. I have been advocating this in the university, but anyway.
Yes, sir. That's why if in any other possibility like around 2 lakh, is there any possibility, sir? Apart from this this university thing.
Minor research project, you can tie up with certain industries or some industrial related project that is under CSIR. You can look for there also. DST is a big, I mean, that they give bigger projects.
Yes, sir.
They don't like 50,000 or 1 lakh, 2 lakh. And other something like, there are certain ministries where such kind of things are there. Of course, this will not come under the energy.
Yeah.
Otherwise, non-conventional energy sources, they have a lot of fund. Then they have, I think, I had come across one agency. There is one Department of Energy, DAE-BRNS, I don't think they will give. I think CSIR, or if you are working in engineering field, if you can define, then AICT also gives. DO. Anyway, you can find out for minor project, actually few agencies give, basically. Basically, you can tie up with if some industry can come forward that can support you. Or you begin with the, let's say, this UGC only, whatever grant they give in the beginning, do something worthwhile with the support of college or because as you said that infrastructure is there. So what you need is just chemicals for preparing nanocomposites. And we need very small quantities there to begin with. But,
yes, sir, but equipments we don't have, sir. That's why that's the issue. We don't have an equipment. So we need some funding for having the minimum requirements which are actually needed.
Yeah, funding means like instruments like SEM, TEM, etc. that you have to go to like IIT.
Yeah, yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Our university nano system also has now all instrument functioning. We had started, but there was some problem. But now I think they have resolved it. But anyway, you have to go and pay anywhere you go. It is not free. So you try it, definitely you will get, you will find some agencies. Basically, to begin with, very minor project, UGC is the best with whatever grant they give. But if you prepare at some novel thing like, you know, certain which is uncommon, like certain gases which are good devices are not there, and you come out with simple method, then you can prepare, you know, semi major project, something like that, and then you can submit. But you know, you can submit to UGC, ask for more money. It is not that 50% cap. Maybe 1 year university had that. Now, I remember sometimes, you know, 25,000 also they were distributing, 25,000, 35,000, just for the sake of giving funding to whoever had applied 1 year. I found everybody was given. It should not happen like that. But anyway, that is not in our control. We should not talk that way. I hope you will get, or you can take my email ID. I may suggest you.
Sure, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Sure, sir. Thank you, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Good.
Thank you so much, sir. We in fact have exceeded the duration that we thought of. So we are pleased with the response that all the participants have given for your able and kind guidance that you have provided. Sir, we would request that if you allow us to share your email ID, we'll share it to the participants so that they can one-to-one ask you questions as they progress, you know, in the process of.
Sure.
Yeah.
And anyone else is there who is remaining?
Sir, I am remaining, but I would like to talk to you personally later.
Yes.
Yeah. So, and there are
anybody who want to present, there is no problem. Morning I was busy today before lunch actually. That's why I told you that.
Yeah. No problem, sir. This was best, I think, where the participants themselves could tell their idea. Nothing like it. This was best, sir. So I think it will be really kind if we share your email ID and the participants can individually ask their questions specific from you, because now, sir, they have just got a very preliminary idea. After listening to speakers, they are going to add more stuff to their proposals, and then they may get questions eventually. That is what I think. Sir, so I have no words to thank you actually. Anything that we tell you to thank you is insufficient for whatever knowledge you have shared with us. But still, as a gesture of our gratitude towards you, sir, I would request the team to please present sir's memento as a token of our appreciation.
Okay, thank you.
Sir, if you could wait for a few minutes for our validatory session, it will be really kind of you. If you could wait for a few minutes, we'll finish quickly. So, students, let's start with the validatory function. Shubham?
Yes, ma'am. Give me a minute.
Yeah.
Ma'am, can you see my screen?
Yes. So on behalf of Shan Anchor Kachi Engineering College Research Cell, I welcome all the participants and our distinguished speaker, Professor A.K. Srivastava from Mumbai University Chemistry Department. We thank him first for being our resource person and sharing his immense knowledge wealth with us, which he has gained due to his vast experience. And then I would like to present the certificate to our faculty coordinators, starting with Professor Asha Durafe. Shubham, can we have a good round of applause, please, for Asha ma'am? And Shubham, can I have madam's certificate, please?
Yes.
Thank you, ma'am.
Can we have a certificate for our second faculty coordinator, Santosh Kamble, sir? Then I would like to request you to present certificate of Himanshu, the student coordinator in our team. And then I would like you to present Shubham, the certificate for Shubham, yourself. And then let's call upon Vivek as a strong supporting shoulder Shubham had. A very good round of applause for Moiz, second year student who has, contributed. Then let's have the certificate of Aditi. Ishwari for her contribution with the script writing. Gitanjali for her help in coordinating stuff. Rishikesh Patil for being a volunteer. Prathamesh Rane for helping work with Photoshop. Tamanna for writing the hosting script. Thank you so much, participants, for being there, sparing your valuable time with us. Certificate of participation, all certificates to all the participants will be shared once you have filled the feedback link sent to you via email. Once you fill the entire session, for present session, Shubham, can you share the QR code to send the feedback for the current session? And for the entire workshop, the feedback link will be emailed to the participants. And once you have filled the feedback, your certificate will be emailed to you from the research cell, SAKIC. Thank you, sir.
What about your certificate?
Sir, I am the overall coordinator. So
the college should give you also.
Yeah, sir, this event is my achievement. Like if any one of us can submit one major proposal or at least minor proposal, that itself is my certificate, sir.
Definitely, it was well organized. I also enjoyed interacting with you people.
Sir, I would personally interact with you for my proposal. I thought if I as a coordinator only go on boasting about my stuff, that doesn't look good.
I think you have prepared very good proposal.
No, sir, it's not like that.
Not boasting yourself, but anyway, that's always good. No problem.
So I would like if any of the participants, meanwhile while you all are giving feedback, I would request external participants, anyone wants to share their opinion? External participants?
Yes, Namrata ma'am, may I?
Yeah, please.
Yeah, yes. Good evening, everyone. This is Kantimati from SIS Engineering College. These 3 days, I was continuously attending this session. This session was a wonderful event arranged by Shah and Anchor College. Hats off to all these people here. This is a very good initiative, and it is very beneficial to this entire faculty who are motivated to do any kind of research or writing for this kind of project idea. All the sessions were wonderful and the speakers were really very helpful and motivating. Thanks again for this wonderful session. Thank you so much, everyone.
Thank you, ma'am, for sharing your kind feedback with us. Your feedback means a lot. Now I would request one of the internal participants to please, internal participants from SAKIC, to share their opinion, if anyone would like to.
Yeah. Hello.
Hello.
Vinuta? Yeah.
Yes, Vinuta ma'am, you were saying something.
Yeah, if somebody wants to tell, let them.
I think I heard Radke sir's sound and your sound. That is what I heard.
You start, Vinuta. We'll follow.
Actually, really, it was very nicely organized, and all the sessions were very useful. And but still, we feel that are we in a state to submit the proposal or what? But very good points that we have noted down and heard and kept pondering, and especially for sir, for you, that I think this is one of the best interactive sessions which we have attended, and not only the project proposals, I think the very good interactive way that we have to conduct any session that you have taught us. Thanks a lot, sir.
Thank you. Welcome.
Hello, good evening, everyone. I am Sushma Srivastava, and the sessions have been very good, and I think it is a good initiative for all young researchers, and definitely they should go ahead and write proposals for getting grants and projects. And I'm really thankful to sir for giving an insight into writing proposal and discussing everything over here. And now I think everyone is having a good experience of the things, and finally can write a proposal at least, and then can modify it and probably will get a grant for that. And especially I want to tell sir that I am also a BHU alumni. So right from the first day I wanted to talk to sir. So sir was in chemistry department and I am from the physics department there in BHU. And even I think in chemistry department, my uncle was there when probably sir you were doing your PhD. Dr. H.P. Srivastava was there.
Yeah, I know him.
Yeah, sir. So he was my uncle. So that is why I wanted to talk to you, sir, since we belong to the same institute. Yeah. So it was.
Which year you passed out?
I passed out in 1990, sir. I did my MSc in 1990. Yeah. So it's nice meeting you here, sir. And later we'll be in touch through BHU Alumni Association. Thanks a lot, sir. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Any other internal participants wants to share their opinion? Radke sir, you had raised your. Okay. Okay, so if not, but I would not.
Hello. Hello.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Good evening, everyone. I want to specially thank to sir that sir has given us a new, what you can say, way to think about the research, so that we can benefit from that research to ourselves as well as to society, and we can live a, what you can say, research oriented profession. So thank you very much, sir. Thank you all the participants and organization team for organizing such a useful and eye-opening, what you can say, sessions for us. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir, for sharing your feedback. The overall workshop feedback link will be also shared on the WhatsApp group of the participants and will be also sent by email. Once the feedback is filled, the participants will be emailed their certificates. Now, as we have come towards the end of the session, I would like to invite the coordinator of this workshop, Asha Madam, to please present the vote of thanks.
Yes, ma'am. Honorable Trustee, Sharon Anchor, Kutch Engineering College, respected Principal Dr. Bhavesh Patel, now though he is not with us now since he has some busy schedule, then Research Head Dr. Nilakshi Jain, Research Coordinator Dr. Namrata Manglani, and all the participants. It's my privilege to have been asked to propose a vote of thanks on this occasion. I, on the behalf of Saket Research Cell and all the volunteers, extend a very hearty vote of thanks to the honorable delegates who blessed us with their presence and took out a valuable time of your busy schedule. I must mention a deep sense of appreciation for Dr. A.K. Srivastava for his contribution towards the successful completion of the workshop. I also wish to express my gratitude to our principal, Dr. Bhavesh Patel, for providing continuous encouragement and support. Also, I would like to extend a special thanks to Professor Santosh Kamble for coordinating the workshop with me. I am very grateful to Dr. Namrata Manglani for giving us an opportunity to organize this event. I highly congratulate. Yes, ma'am.
Sorry to interrupt you.
Yes, ma'am.
Special certificate for Namrata ma'am, and I think student team is ready.
Okay.
There is a surprise actually, which I only have told to give it separate. Secret for ma'am.
Okay, nice.
Student team, can we please have certificate for Namrata ma'am?
Yes.
Please present it. Which as a research coordinator, Dr. Namrata ma'am has done. And I must say such a beautiful job. Thank you so much, Namrata. And even we are very happy and proud of the success of this. Asha ma'am, I'm so sorry I interrupted you.
No, ma'am.
Some appreciation which I really wanted to give to Namrata ma'am.
Yes, sure.
Coordinators were superb. All the student coordinators have really done superb job. Thank you, everyone. Thank you. Ma'am, please continue.
Yeah, thank you, Lakshmi ma'am. Now, continuing with this, I again heartily congratulate all the participants for their active participation in this event. I also thank Rekha More ma'am and Priyanka Abhyankar ma'am for the anchoring support they provided. As no program can become successful with a single person, I extend my big thanks to our research cell team for their support and all our student volunteers also. Thank you guys for making this event successful with your contribution. Thank you all.
Thank you and all the best for each one of you.